Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Gonna have a crossover video for us today, guys. Now, a few bits of housekeeping, if we don't mind, before I get into the video proper. The first thing I wanted to cover was the thumbnail or the title of the video. Basically, the idea behind this video, and I want to keep this going with a few other weapons in Crossout, is I want to take some of the underutilized weapons in Crossout, some of the worse weapons, badder weapons, whatever you want to call them, not meta weapons, in the game, which naturally, there's a bunch of different weapons in Crossout. Some of them are going to be better than others, and some are going to be like pretty bad overall. I wanted to take those builds and try to make them as viable as possible, as meta as possible. Because at the end of the day, one of the nice things about Crossout is the combinations and the creativity and the synergies that you can set up with a build. So it is very possible to take a bad weapon in this game and with the combination of the builds you have, make it into an actually overall pretty decent or maybe even good build, even though the weapon is somewhat subpar. So I figured the best way to say that on YouTube would be to just make it meta, but it sounds a bit corny or cheesy, and I couldn't think of anything better off the top of my head, to be honest. So, if anyone has any better suggestions for Make It Meta, something that's a bit, a bit more mature, then please let me know because it's kind of driving me nuts. The second one that drove me crazy actually was yesterday's video. Now, for those who watched yesterday's video or like good chunks of it, you'll know that there's quite a few editing mistakes, like either music lasting too long, clips repeating, stuff like that, stuff that just isn't quite in place. Now, I do not know if that is my fault or for the life of me if that is like the Share Factory software going crazy because I could have swore yesterday that that video was edited correctly like it always is, and I was pulling my hair out because I don't know if I'm getting like dementia in my 30, well, when I'm 30, or if I was just a genuine mistake from my part, or if it was just a software. I really don't know. So, if you guys in the next, say, over the next week, if you notice any editing mistakes with my video, like I said, clips repeating, music kind of cutting off too soon or lasting too long, stuff like that, then please let me know about it and give me a timestamp because one of my commenters yesterday was nice enough to send me a comment on it, but the video had already been up about an hour or so at that point, so I didn't want to take it down because you just screw with the video overall, the views of it. So yeah, if you do see any editing mistakes, guys, please let me know because I don't know if it was me, to be honest. I really don't with that one. So today we are going to be, like I said, kind of trying a new type of video whereby we take a weapon in Crossout, one of the worst weapons in the game, one of the bad weapons in the game, and we try to make it as meta as possible. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to take a weapon and I'm going to put it on what I think is the best build for it in Crossout. Now, when I say best build, we'll take this Tsunami for example. I think that if you are trying to make Tsunamis work in Crossout, the best type of build for it is a Whaler Hover with this combination, basically. So we got the Whaler Carbon is a really good start, really good for Typhoons. The perk itself synergizes with Cannon Recall very well, so it's kind of perfect for a Cannon Hover. That's kind of the point of it. So we got that for the carbon. We've got a fin whale, it helps with the tonnage, so you can run blue hovers, so really good speed. But it also provides us with about half of a fin whale perk, so it kind of helps keep the guns alive as well when you're moving, which is quite nice. Got a Cyclops just to maximize the DPS, maximize the reload as much as possible, and we've got a Jackie just to maximize the damage as much as possible, with a cloak obviously because we're going to be jumping in and out of firing, so we're going to need as much cloak as we can. So I think that that is the best type of build in the game for tsunamis. If I was trying to make them work, this is what I would run it on. That does not mean I'm saying that this particular Whaler Tsunami hover is the best build in the game. Best Whaler hover in the game, definitely not. It's a very good build. It's off exhibition, very solid by the looks of it. But I'm not saying that this is the best. I'm saying that this is the best type. So just I wanted to clarify that before someone says, "Oh, my Whaler hover is better." I'm not building like the completely best build every single day. So yeah, that's that. We as for the tsunamis themselves, they are basically really bad compilers. If I'm honest, they're the saddest cannon in the game, mostly because if you look at the tsunamis, their better brother is right next to them, and it's kind of like tsunamis are basically the unwanted, abandoned stepchild that's just been left by the side of the road in Crossout, if I'm honest, because the compilers are better in the majority of ways. chief among which is the damage. Now, this has really depressed me when I figured it out, but two compilers, deal 900 damage a shot. Tsunamis, without their perk, deal 440 damage a shot. So less than half, and I think it's like 570 with it. So much, much less damage, and the compilers are better in the vast majority of ways. They have far more damage, as I said. They have a much better perk. They have more durability, and they're honestly just superior. The only thing that Tsunamis really have going for them is a slightly better reload, but again, you've got like half the damage, so it doesn't matter. Your perk is useless, so that doesn't count. I guess you've got 5% more pen, so that's something, I suppose. And you've got a slightly smaller hitbox, but that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and the compiler can turn 360, so you can put on like a wheeled build if you want. It's just the better brother, if I'm honest. The Tsunamis have kind of been abandoned in CROSSOUT for quite a while, which is really unfortunate because they're from the I believe it's called, is it a Striker? It's like an actual military vehicle, and the cannon looks really, really cool, but it's just a really bad gun that has been left. The reason the Tsunamis is really, really bad is firstly, the damage is just too low. But secondly, the perk is terrible. It's one of the worst perks in CROSSOUT. So in order to get the perk, you have to stay below 15 or below for 2 seconds in order to charge the perk. And then that perk, and then you get 30% additional damage on that next shot. The problem with that is that you never want to sit still in this game. If you're on a hover like this, then your speed is your survival. So you don't want to sit around in the same spot for 2 seconds, pretty much ever, to be honest. And if you're on a very slow build, then you're slower than the enemy, so you're going to want to be chasing for most of the time. So it's just never a good idea to sit still in this game unless you cap at a base, to be honest. But even then, you need to get to the base in the first place. So it's really bad, and the perk itself is really bad as well for another reason, in that, so, what is it? Once you get the perk, it lasts, so it takes 2 seconds to stack, but the cooldown is 12 seconds. So between Tsunami shots, or perked Tsunami shots, there's 14 seconds. The problem is that the reload for a Tsunami is about 6 seconds, or around it, depends what reload module you have, obviously. But that basically means that you're gonna get this additional perk damage like 1 shot out of 3 at most, which is really, really poor. Which means that they're just not a very good gun, and they're very rare in CROSSOUT these days. These things are pretty much never used. Like, that's so depressing. And that's with... what perk was that? We look at. Oh yes, with a Jackie, that was it, yeah. So the 15% extra damage from a Jackie. Also, stacking the perks on something like this is incredibly awkward because you need to move so you don't get your Tsunami perk at first. Then make sure you fire twice so you get your Whaler perk. Then you sit still so you get your Tsunami perk. If you do the Tsunami first, you're gonna accidentally fire it. You need to fire it in order to get your Whaler, which is really dumb. It's just not a very good cannon, and to be honest, I think it really needs a damage buff, and it definitely needs a perk change, because it's just not particularly good. But anyway, that's enough talking. We're going to play the usual, we played the usual like 6 games of PvP. To be honest, the build did much better than I thought it would, but even then, it kind of felt like I was inconveniencing the enemy more than anything. Because, like I said, this is pretty much as optimal a build as you're ever going to get, and even then it just didn't feel particularly great. It felt better than I thought, but it just still didn't feel particularly great. You can tell it just needs a bit of a buff, you know? But anyway, we'll get into the games now, and I hope you all enjoy, guys. Okay, let's try to remember to stack the cannon shots low. Actually, I just realized we need to keep moving so that we don't... Okay, now we've charged the Whaler, we can stop and charge the Tsunami. Right, so now we have everything. That is awkward as hell. Because if I stand still, I'm going to charge the Tsunami before my Whaler, and then I'm going to waste my Tsunami pick. Okay, yes, that's the most awkward stacking of a pick I think I've ever done. Watch us miss this first shot. Okay, I hit something. What the hell happened here? Hello. This is gonna end poorly. Oh no, he should have pushed me, to be honest. I was on my own. Please! Tsunamis, do something. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. I'm not doing any damage, by the way. Yes, good job, Pedro. Teammates. Oh my god, guns do some damage. I hate Aegises these days. They last forever, it feels like. This bot is doing more work than I am right now. There's a guy behind me, I need to be careful. Okay. Somehow we're alive. Meh. Stop this one. Oh, that was him. He just had a Griffin perk. We got this, mate. No. Me, what are you Come on, guy. Ah, crap. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we gotta drive forward, make sure that we don't stack our Tsunami yet, and we gotta shoot twice. Get the whaler, then you sit still to get a Tsunami. This guy's gonna think I was shooting at him and I got a problem with him. I wasn't, mate. Ah, okay. Damn, good shot. There we go. I was trying to make it count. I was like, please don't miss. Please don't miss. I think they were all kind of mad at me. Yeah, let's go, Comet guy. Damage, well, I'm getting the decent numbers, I guess, to be honest. Put a gun, nice. Okay, that's a Triton guy, he needs to die immediately. Nice, we got a pop. I think that's our first pop in like 4 games, but still we got a pop. We stripped. Tsunamis didn't do bad, to be fair. Dude, that was terrible. The more I play these Tsunamis, the more I wish I fused Typhoons back in my Clan Wars days. Because there was a point when I was, I think it was my first or my second set of relics, where, dude, what are you doing so close to him? I had the opportunity to either fuse Typhoons or Scorpions, and for some stupid reason, I picked Scorpions. Which makes no sense, because Typhoons are just so much more like my type of build, you know? You really want me dead, don't you? She's on, mate. trombone with Incinerate. Okay, I'm gonna push you, see what these trombones do then. I don't want to get too close to these dog king mines. Come on, Tsunamis, you can do it. Thank you for the heat, mate. We lost a Incinerator. Friend took another. Good job. Oh my god, my team is all dead by looks of it. Okay. I'll try and stick by my teammate. I say stick by, he's just clutching the entire thing, if I'm honest. I'm doing very little here. Okay. Me and this guy make a hell of a team. Come here. Don't run away from me. Oh god. Teammate! Yes, little island, thank you. I was looking for this. Take his guns, take his guns. Alright, we'll do a couple more then. So I think we're on game 5 now. But yeah, you can tell that the Tsunamis need just a little bit of help, to be honest. Like, some more damage for sure, and a better perk. Nothing like revolutionary, you don't need to change the entire weapon. Which, for example, like this is, as I said, it's pretty much as optimal a build as you're ever going to get for Tsunamis, and they just don't feel like they do anything. I feel like I'm inconveniencing people more than actually hurting them. Okay, we need to push this guy. I mean, you can pick me again, I'll just take another gun, I don't mind. Or not. Ah, that's a dog, isn't it? That scared me, I could have thought that was like a Triton or something. It is a Triton. Freaking knew it. Get. Stop bouncing. Ah, okay. Alright, we'll call this last game, man. I think this is game number 6 now. Yeah, well, fairness to whoever put this build on the exhibition. Really solid. It looks exactly what I was looking for. Oh, that Griffin Yeti's on the enemy team. Oh, he's going to be popping out of nowhere now, and I can feel it. I can feel it. By the way, Griffin carbon, like, disgusting. That thing is possibly... Alright, I took a gun. Possibly the most overpowered carbon in all of CROSSOUT. Like, just pair it with a Yeti and you're a god, basically. I do not know why they buffed that. Hello. Yeah. Oh, yes, push him, push him, push him, push him, push him. Good job, teammate. Sorry. Oh no, I helped. Okay. That was an enemy. That was an enemy. Idiot. I'm helping. Oh, he's still, again, he's doing most of the work. No, I'm really trying to help, mate. I'm just slow. Oh no, there's a friend. Hello. No. Let's do something, you suck. Please kill him. That's right, let's go. Hey, and that is it for the Tsunami Whaler Hover. As you guys can see, it's a really underwhelming gun. I would definitely not recommend them. If you're looking for a cannon build in, or legendary cannon in Crossout, I would pretty much always just say get the compilers because they're just better in a vast majority of circumstances. Unless you're running like a split build where you want the gun pointed sideways, the compiler's just honestly better. But anyway, it still didn't do terrible if I'm honest, but it does definitely, you can tell the weapons just need a bit of love to be honest. So if the devs could get around to buffing this at some point, that would be great. But in other news, thank you all for watching guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video and I will catch you for tomorrow's.